So, is that the case that, be very honest with this question, okay? Is that the case that you personally feel that it could have been better to study in person rather than online studies?
Yes, I always want to study in like in person. If like there are many benefits. So if you study in person, you can just ask your query there. You can solve your problems at that time, and you can also feel the college vibes. Like how can I say? You can also enjoy the college vibes and everything. But online it's like stuff like pick up your coffee and like take out your notes and go through the video and everything. Like I
Exactly.
don't like that.
Yeah, and time is also issue for us, the people who are studying
Yes, yes,
from
yes.
India. Yes.
Like
I have
yes, we have to wake up till the 3 a.m., 4 a.m. So I like it's kind of not exactly thing I like in online. Like I don't like online classes actually.
it's a big mess actually. Even for me, I personally have 8 classes every week, so I myself know how I am managing all the stuff. I have to wake up till 4 o'clock, or maybe 2 o'clock. My class just ends, and then again at 4 o'clock I have another class. I can't even sleep in between, and so it's all mess. So
Yeah, that's
yeah.
correct.
And so let's discuss about the pros and cons of studying online, since both of us have started studying online. So we can just discuss about the pros and cons of studying online.
Yeah, so like if yeah, like I'm studying online, so I can access my all the class recordings again and again. So that is the one base pros like I have. If I have a test, I can access that test in 24 hours, anytime in 24 hours. So that is also I can manage my time at any time. Like if I want to give my test or like in the
Hmm.
night, I can also do that. And like in cons, there are many cons. Like I don't like really online classes, so I don't feel like I always prefer like having a in-person classes. So in cons, like I can't like I can't access, like I can't ask them my problems there and there, and in person I am very comfortable, like you know comfortable with professor to ask in person questions.
Okay, so according to me, there are many pros. So basically, I personally feel that since we are new to this learning system, and Canada has this next level of education system, which is not exactly comparable to what we have been learning in India, and there are so many quizzes, assignments, and all. So being in India along with the family, and we don't have part-time jobs to be done. We don't have the tension of preparing our own meal and cleaning our room and everything. So I basically feel this is one of the most important thing that we have during online lectures, that we can solely focus on the study materials as well as learning, and we don't have to think about other stuffs that we actually would if we were studying in person. And another pro thing that I found in this online learning system was that we have this pre-recorded lectures, and we don't have to worry in case we miss any of the lectures that you already mentioned. And yes, since you mentioned about test, so basically, how is the test system? Like monthly, weekly, or is it that you get a 24-hour window to submit it?
Yes, 24 hours to win. I get 24 hours to submit it, and I have actually 3 quizzes per week, or sometimes 4 to 5. Like if professor want to take extra quizzes, they can take. So
Okay.
it's like that. Weekly we have.
Okay. So for me, quizzes is something like we have a whole week span to submit the quiz, or maybe at least 5 days. But for like, I'm not done with any of the tests right now. Monday I have a test and I have to prepare for that. But then I have a window of 12 hours, which like the professor told, in 12 hours you can just start anytime and end. But then I think there is this window that once I start, I cannot backdraw, and there is some time limit within which I have to complete. Like once I start the test.
Yeah, we also have that time limit. We can access it anytime, but once we access, then
Yeah,
we have only 1 hour to complete it.
exactly, exactly. So it's not the case that once you started, you actually have 12 hours. You can see the questions. No, basically, once you start, you
No,
have
no,
to
no, not
complete
like
it.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is the thing. So, and talking about the cons, so the cons I personally feel is that we are not used to the environment of working as well as learning as well as managing all the things. That is something which is advantage also and disadvantage also, that we are not able
Yeah,
to
but
fulfill.
that is not permanently. That is temporary.
Yeah.
At some point we have to do
We
that.
have to do it. Yeah, we will be opting for second course. In my case, I will be opting for it, and you have one more year to go, right? So that way.
Yeah,
And another con that I personally feel is that in-person study is much more better. You get to interact with your classmates. Like for example, now what I personally have so many projects. Like each subject have a project, and what I
yeah,
have to do is that I have to call them via WhatsApp. No other means is there to call them or meet them in person. And since I have a course related to business, I have to investigate into the company itself. So, and the professor asks for company which is based in Canada itself. So basically, it is like I have to form group with people who actually live in Canada, and I have to rely on them to do the stuffs. So this is
yeah.
something which I, yeah, which I actually
Like we
did.
have.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's correct. That is also for me. Like we have a workshop in the group, so like we have to do a. We are also we all are from different countries, so we have a don't have a like any particular time to do together, and we are facing this problem because if we work in the group, then it will be very easy. But if we are from different countries and have to do work from like on own, that is kind of not like things you are doing in a group, but that is not a complete thing.
exactly. Like we are not getting exact feel of how to work along
Yes.
with different multicultural people.
Yeah.
So that is the thing. Okay, so moving on to next question. Once you arrive into Canada, what is the accommodation policy that your college is providing?
Like I'm from Seneca College, so Seneca is providing like accommodation around like 1,000 to 1,200 bucks.
Okay,
So we have to pay for it, and for food we have to pay extra money for that. And
okay.
you can also cook by yourself.
So in case you cook, you will be provided with the groceries by someone else, right? Any of your friend or someone, or just the people from Seneca.
Yeah, I'm talking about a natural accommodation. I'm not talking about quarantine plants.
Okay, okay, fine, fine.
Yeah. If you wanted to take a quarantine plan, then you have to pay $189 per night and $60 for food.
Okay, so it is around $240 per day, including the food as well as
Yeah.
your
Or
living
maybe I guess 189 is all include for with the fuel. Like I don't have actually no like I
expenses.
don't know exactly, but 189 is minimum. Like you have to pay for one night $189.
Okay, and then into 14 for 14 days. Oh,
Yeah,
it's expensive. It's
that's
really
big
expensive.
amount.
And it is not mandatory from your college that you actually have to stay with the accommodation that they provide during
No,
quarantine.
no, no. It's not mandatory, but wherever we are doing the quarantine plan, we have to provide all the details, and they are checking it. They are also coming to check our place, like we are doing our quarantine or not. At any time, they are coming anytime. So, like
Okay.
we have to give them a proper details of our quarantine.
Okay. And you also have to provide the detail about who is going to provide you with the groceries and rest of.
Yeah, all the things we have to mention.
Okay. So, another question is that since I am from a course which is related to business, what happens in my case is that every week I have 8 courses, and in every course they complete one chapter every week. So every week, by the end of the week, I have 8 chapters remaining. So do you have the similar issue of completing the chapter readings? And it's something which is like every chapter is of 30 pages, and then I personally haven't read so much every week. So, do you have the same thing or issue that you face?
No, no, not for all the subjects. Is I have a CPR subject. For that, I have to read a lots of stuff. Like we don't have a book, but we have to search all the things about computer and a programming language. Every week, we have to find out new things about IT related new things, and we have to read lots of stuffs, and we have to make like, and also we have to give at least 6 to 8 hours to do that activity. So it's kind of very long activity we have to do.
Coming to 17th question, we have completed 17 good questions. And so I
Yeah,
wanted to ask about class constitution, multiculturalism.
yeah. It's kind of good. Like in my class, there are students from different countries like Cameroon, Philippines, Korea, USA also. So it's kind of good. And in a language subject, we have to work to like in a group. Like all the time, studies assign a group for like for different persons, and that a group for like for always time. The group is different every time. So we have to work for with the different students, like they are from different countries, and it's kind of good to know about their like language accent and everything. So I like to do that work.
So how are you like familiar with them? Like how do you get in contact with them? And initially, like do you have an official WhatsApp group or something through which you can contact
Yeah,
other
like
students?
yeah, for APS subject I have a WhatsApp group, but for like for language subject I don't have any WhatsApp group, but we can talk through the Blackboard lectures, like the chat session. We can talk from there, and we can also like turn on our mic and talk with each other to
But
do
then
our
during
work.
class you can't do that, right? So you have any specific time along with on which you are just with your friends and no one else?
No, for like right now there is no group like that. Like we have to just go there, and then we can in when we meet in person, then we can connect with each other. Like for right now, I'm not able to talk with every person who are from different countries and everything like that.
Exactly, I get your point. Even I have the same thing that I cannot talk to everyone out there who are from different country. And if this was the case when we were in person, like we were having class in person, we could have actually like talked with many people and got connected with them. So the last question is that would you actually recommend your course to someone else? And what are the difficulties that you have been facing actually in this course?
Yeah, like if you are I'm just suggesting, if you are very interested in computer field or computer programming field, then you go for it. Like you can go for this code, and you like to do a software developing, and if you like to make a new websites and everything, you can go for it. Like you have to, but there is one difficulty: you have to learn a lots of languages of computer, like C, C++, Java, Python. Like you have to learn all these languages. But yeah, if you are very interested in it, you can easily understand these languages, and yeah, this is the good stream. You can also find out many opportunities to get a job, in a real field. So it's a good course, I guess.
So, is there any suggestion that you would like to give to the audience so that if they choose this subject, if they choose to go with this subject, so any prior requirements or maybe some things to keep in mind before joining this course?
Yes, if you go for this course, you have to like you need to have a one laptop with a good condition, like with all good RAM and everything, with good like
Yeah, you had some
processor.
issue with the computer, right? You just told me.
Yeah, yeah. So like I had to buy a new one for this. So, and yeah, just one suggestion: don't think much about that. Just go with the flow, and you will like all right with it. And don't think about this. Yeah, and try to learn new things from YouTube itself. So you will be like advanced in you can play fix your place in advance in case you want to do like really go for this course.
Okay. And so this course is for everyone, not just that people with the background of CS can have this course. Like anyone
No.
can have it.
No. Yeah, anyone can have it.
Just that the person with no background in CS have to learn certain things because the people with the background of CS are actually already knew these all concepts, right?
Yeah, I'm also from after 12th. So in my case, there were no any subjects like computer. I didn't know the things like language, programming language, and all. But I opted this course, and yeah, like it's kind of easy because I'm interested in this field.
Okay. So interest also matters. So if you are really interested,
Yes.
then only you should join this course. So okay, this was end of all the questions from my side. And do you want to say something to the audience?
no, like do whatever you want to do. Like don't go for like don't it doesn't matter what other people saying. It's always matter what you think about it. And if you have interest, then go for it. Like yeah, that's what I want to say.
Okay. Thank you so much, Nishit, for joining us and giving your whole precious time to us and sharing your experience about the course, about the online study. And I really appreciate that in between of all of these assignments and due dates and your work, you are here with us sharing your experience. Thank you so much again.
Yeah, thank you so much. Welcome.